Hi everyone and welcome to another vlog. Today is the 11th of July and I was a busy bee yesterday, so we're gonna get into that in just a minute. But first, if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. It warms my heart that you want to spend some time with me. And if you are new here, hi, my name is Marika. I am from Stockholm, Sweden, where I live with my boyfriend and my two cats. This here is Leia. She's a beautiful little white cat that wants all of the cuddles. I am a senior full-stack developer and I am also a cross-stitch and craft addict, which you can see with all my fabrics and everything I have behind me. But yeah, this is the real life of me, so I share all of my travels, my journeys and my life journeys. And right now I have a really big life journey because about a week ago I lost my job. I was made redundant. I had just started a new job and they decided after a week of me working there that they needed to do big reductions, and because I was new I had to go. But yeah, so yesterday, we're here early morning. I have a meeting at 10:30 today, so I thought, hey, why not just get in, talk a little bit with you before I have to start my day. Because yesterday I had 2 scheduled meetings at the morning when I started talking to you, when I recorded my video. And at the end of the day I had 3 meetings and 2 phone calls when it comes to work. So it's been intense. So right now I'm not working, I am looking for a new job. So the company I worked for gave me 1 month pay and I didn't have to go into work, so I can spend the time finding a job. It is a little bit complex trying to do that in the middle of summer, because here in Sweden they close the offices during summer. Yeah, who knew? Who knew? But anyhow, yesterday I had some really good meetings and some I had really good phone calls and meetings. The only thing was that I think it was one company maybe that I'm like, this is something I want to work with. The other ones was a little bit but you don't know until you communicate with people and have meetings. However, I'm an extremely introvert, so I'm starting to really burn out from all this socializing. Meeting new people that people I haven't known or I don't have a relationship with is really draining. It's really fun, but it's really draining. So I'm hoping to find a job soon-ish so that I can take some time and just relax. Anyhow, so that was an intense day. I did do something else yesterday that I've been wanting to do, and let me get that for you. So I have gone back into dyeing fabrics. If you haven't been here for a while or haven't been here at all, on top of being a senior full stack developer, I also dye fabrics and sell fabrics and hand-dyed fabrics and cross-stitch kit in a little Etsy store called the Craftivit Shop. And I just recently dyed up about 5 different colors. I don't dye on demand, I dye because it's fun, and then I put up the dyes in my shop. If you like them, you can pick them up. If you don't, that's okay. But yeah, so I took a lot of photos on them and I put them up in the store, but I am not happy with the photos. The color, like usually I'm pretty good at creating bright colors in my projects, but my new camera is a little bit different. It picks up the light differently, so it has a different white balance. So I need to figure out how to fix that, and I went to the internet and they tell you need a grey card. So that was what I took my lunch for yesterday. I picked up a grey card and I'm going to show you. This is one of the cheaper ones. This is the Manfrotto one, so of course it's a little bit more expensive than the other ones, but I believe in Manfrotto, so I decided that this is what I'm going to get. So let's see. Here it is. It flew away. Oops. Anyhow, this is how it looks. So it has two sides. You use the white side. It gets a little bit crinkly when you do that, when you fold it, but that's okay. You have the white side. This is a true white, so this is what you're supposed to use for white balance. So camera, right now I have automatic white balance, so the colors can come and shift when I show you this. But yeah, it has a white side that is supposed to use for color grading. So you take a photo of the white area and then you use that for automatic color grading in the camera, and then you use that like special part of it and you can take all your photos with it. And then you have the gray side, and this is why it's called a gray card. A gray card has a gray tone, which is 18% gray, so it has a neutral gray, which is 18%. This is really good to use for getting correct exposure. And if I have looked it right, you're looking into like a zebra setting. I haven't found one on my camera, so I'm gonna have to look into a little bit more of that later. But yeah, so that is why it's called a gray card, because it has this side, but it also has this white side for the exposure. So I went and picked that up. It's a little bit like, you can get one from Amazon for around 10 bucks if you're in the US. When you're in Sweden, you have to pay like a minimum of 15 to 20 bucks. But then you get like the off-brand ones. And when I read the Amazon information and everything, the reviews, that's the word, there were a lot of them that said like, this isn't a true 18%. If you're going to use it as a true 18%, you're going to need to shift this and shift that. And because I want the colors to be as true as possible, I chose to go with the more expensive Manfrotto, which here in Sweden I pay about $55 for. So it's a lot more expensive, but I could get it within in the day. That is also a thing. Here, Amazon has gotten longer and longer delivery. When they first opened, I could get a next day delivery. And I think I can get it if I use another shipping possibility. However, I've gotten delays on that shipping delivery so many times that I just want it to be delivered to either my home or to the local place and a local post office, and then it's like a week's delivery, and I don't have time for that. So I took some time. It took me about 1.5 hours to get to the store and get back to pick this up, but it was well worth it. I did a little bit of an experiment yesterday, very stressed experiment, because I was waiting for a meeting. Like, it was like 15 minutes before a meeting, so I really stressed through it and realized that that wasn't properly set up. So I'm going to redo all of that work today and see if I can get a little bit of a better result. So yeah, that was my day yesterday. Yeah, I knitted a hat. Should I go get that too? I'll be right back. I'm back. So I picked up a little hat. I picked up yarn. I did this last year, fall time, or even summer, I think. A friend of mine wanted me to knit a fall hat for her daughter. I had knitted a hat before, and it had now she grew out of it, so she wanted a new hat. So I picked up a yarn. It's called Drops Air. It is, now I'm starting to get used to knitting with it, but it's not really fun to knit with because it's very, very light. So it's kind of yeah. What it is, if you actually look at it, is that it is a polyester tube, like a weaving tube, and in the tube you have the merino wool. So it's very strange, but it's a woolly, so it's supposed to be warm, but at the same time very, very light. And like the hat that I knitted, it ended up being way too small, so I'm gonna have to knit her a new hat this year, and maybe with another yarn. However, the model that I was using was a cat hat, and the pattern that I bought was so bad I mean, it was so bad. Even though I used the right needles, I used the right fabric, I even got the right gauge, it ended up being this big. So yeah, no, it didn't end up being this big, but it was just slightly too small. So, but I have a lot of the air yarn left, and Christopher wanted another cat hat, which is what I did. So I decided, well, I'm gonna see if I can make one anyhow, but I think I'm gonna just go into Ravelry and find a purchase pattern for this where they have a good review, because I bought mine on Etsy and I didn't even read the reviews. Bad on me. Anyhow, this is the hat that I've knitted throughout this past days. It was supposed to be to Christopher, but it is too small. It's actually almost too small for me. So I'm going to give it off to Christopher's nephew, because he wanted a cat hat too. But I don't know if I'm going to sew down the ears or if I'm just going to leave it, because I kind of like that it just had these little ears. So this is the hat. It has like a fairly big foldable thing, and then you get like little teeny ears, and when you have it like this, it's kind of cute. It is way too small for Christopher, but it might work for Christopher's nephew. So this is the hat that I've been knitting. I am going to knit a couple more, so I'm going to try to figure out, either find a better pattern or yeah, either find a better pattern or just make a bigger version of this, because I know that I have, like, I think there's 1 inch between us, so I think I have 21 and Christopher had 22-inch circumference around the head. So that might be how I do it, that I just add enough for that. But yes, that was all I did yesterday. The day hasn't started yet. Well, it has started with me actually getting an order into my store, which is awesome. I love my store, and one day, and I'm hoping that would be a couple of years from now, I hope to have that store to be my main income. But I need quite a lot of money to get there. I need, like, not only do I need to invest more in the company, because as it is right now, I don't even have products in my store to be able to get a monthly salary. Even if I sold out of the things I have in my store, I'm still about 30,000 short Swedish, so about $3,000 short, to be able to pick out a salary from my store, to be able to pay for the bills and everything that we have. But it's always nice with new orders. I recently started to have Mill Hill kits in my store and sell Mill Hill kits, and they are starting to sell now. I've had them for about 6 months, and now I'm starting to get traction on them. People starting to find my store, finding that I'm selling them. So hopefully by continuously getting those kits in, I can continue to sell and continue to earn money. But I need money to be able to invest in the company, to be able to buy more things, you know, all of that. And that is one of the reasons why I'm going back to being a developer. Like, I love being a developer, and I've been working as a developer. It's not going back as I've had a big break. It's continuously going back to it when I lose my job. No, I actually only had 2 reductions in a row. Before that, I have left the company on my own volition to start with another company. So it was quite some time since I lost a job. But yeah, it's a full-time job trying to work. Full-time job trying to find work. Yeah. Who knew? Who knew? Anyhow, it is almost, it's like 1 hour left until I have my morning meeting, so I'm gonna get some coffee and some breakfast in me. I'm also gonna need to pack an order, because that is fun. yeah, so I'm gonna leave it here today, and I'm gonna check in with you hopefully tomorrow. This is fun. This is like, it's short little videos, very quick to make and very quick to edit, and kind of update you on my day-to-day life. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please thumbs it up. It means a lot to me. If you have any comments or questions or anything, just comment down below. And if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Should be probably down here somewhere. That would be great. But I will see you tomorrow, and right now, yeah, I'm gonna get my day started. By the way, isn't she cute? She's so cute when she's sleeping. Like, isn't she? Can I can see if I can zoom in on her. Look at that little baby. Isn't she adorable? Yeah.